I will tell you one small example on what you told. Today to fly this bomber, what is right behind you, we have to wait for a long time to get a slot because there is one test bed which is owned by DRDO today
Yes,
at Chitradurga Aeronautical Test Range.
correct.
And if I have to do some tests, I have to go there because as a startup, I don't have money to buy 100 acres or 200 acres.
Absolutely.
And I don't have a runway available.
This is one of the biggest discouragement.
And government, I feel, should also look at what people are actually doing and support the startups because 20,000
This
rupees
is
per
a
hour.
major support until unless major support, because especially for aviation industry,
Yeah.
it is really impossible for a private ownership to, they can build lab, they can have a lab, you can employ 100 people, very easy to do. That
Yeah.
much money you may be having it. But definitely, how are you going to test it?
Correct.
So these test range you cannot afford.
Correct.
And even I used to, when I was working earlier in Dazzle and all, we used to travel 80 kilometers daily. And that much travel expenditure, what is the testing expenditure? That is a very huge.
Huge.
So that's why these things were very much confined to only government organizations. So definitely when you say private entrepreneur, until unless that kind of facilities are available, building drones of any number is not a very big deal. We should be able to do it. But the problem is the ecosystem, Very,
100%.
so this is one of my motivation to come out with URDL. At least I want to join hands in this ecosystem and do what are best from the building of an autopilot. Not just selling an autopilot product like a Pixoc, giving a support.
Yeah.
Be giving a support to enable all the developers to build their solutions and minimize their flight time, testing time. Because see, for example, if I test everything in the lab for you, and I will say you just do me only some 10 flights, rest all I will do in that. Rather than doing 100 flights to maturity, that will be more expensive. Okay, so that way I want to add value to the development. So minimize, focus on the similar. For example, missile programs. Where is the question of testing them in the field? There is no question. They're all fire and forget. So once you press the trigger, finish over. Whether it's working or not working, again you have to build another system. That will be too expensive.
True.
So we go with hardware in loop simulation up to an 80% of qualification, confidence level. Then the remaining 10 or 20, the gap will be there that we need to go to the field. Same thing when you are going for a bigger class like this aircraft.
Yeah.
Please don't go to the just like that flight.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Spend a lot
Until
of time
unless
on
it
lab.
is signed by all the stakeholders that hardware in loop simulation is satisfactory, then only you should go to the field.
Correct.
So you spend maximum time only in the lab.
True, sir.
And don't have to pay unnecessarily runway charges. Invest less on that.
True.
Okay, because this requires a lot of money for your testing. So minimize that. That money you spend it for simulations team. Simulations will build your simulation lab, and people are there.
True.
So that way we can improve your productivity definitely.